So this is the end of this apartment. It's dark in here because I'm shutting the lights off. Been here for 4 months while I finished my contract. It's January 31st. I'm leaving that stuff for the maids. Yes, for boxes. And I could throw in the trash. It wouldn't be that hard for me to do, but I figure, who knows, maybe they would like to have these little things that I had. I was going to put them on Craigslist. It's easier just leave them here. I'm a jerk. All right, so locking up, and that's pretty much it. And so I'm going to Hawaii and this will be the end of Seattle for indefinite. I don't know when I'm coming back. I'm gonna go run onto the bus stop. I have to drop off the keys for the apartment, and we'll see how this adventure goes. So I'm carrying my camera bag, and I've got this pretty heavy backpack, 2 computers, an iPad, and of course now I'm holding out this phone in front of my face too. I'm exhausted and I haven't gone very far at all. But you know, here's Microsoft behind me, Microsoft main campus. And you know, I wonder, am I doing the right thing? I think, am I leaving Seattle? Microsoft has been my bread and butter for many years. But you know, I've seen Microsoft change over the years. First joined, it was 30,000 employees when I came to Microsoft, which seems like a lot, but it's quite a bit more than that now. And I've been able to do a lot of things because of Microsoft. In fact, I can move to Hawaii, in fact, because of Microsoft, because I make enough money to afford to ship my stuff. I know that people watching these videos might think, oh, I don't have enough money to do what this guy's doing. And if you don't, you don't have to spend the money that I've spent. And I don't think that every penny I spent was very wise. I could have done it differently. This camera's heavy. I have a professional video camera. It's a JVC high def camera. Not that my phone isn't high def. And I can't hold it out like this. It's too heavy. There's Microsoft behind me. I'm saying goodbye. Bye, Microsoft. And you know, it was in 1995 that I started with Microsoft. I was there for 4 years and I left. I made a feature film. The name of the movie is I Died. I haven't put it anywhere where anybody can download it or view it, but it's one of my plans to put it up. I don't think I'll make any money off of it. It's a very low budget film. I think at the end of the day it cost me 20 grand. But that's one of the things Microsoft afforded me to do, because I had a bunch of stock options in 2000. And I was able to leave Microsoft and spend a few years just screwing around with making a movie. Most people don't get to do that. And through luck and timing, maybe a little bit of persistence, I was able to get a job at Microsoft. When I got a job at Microsoft, I thought, these guys must be nuts to hire me. I'm nobody, I'm just a hack. And apparently I passed their interview. They have like 6 interviews with different people you have to pass, and it's some people, when they go through the interview process and they get hired at Microsoft, they think they're gods. They think, oh, yeah, we're the best. We're so smart. And I never felt that way myself. And I think my opinion of Microsoft employees is a lot of them feel that way. And I think that's where I kind of butt heads with them. There's a lot of people who don't. There's a lot of people who are very modest, and they realize that nobody but nobody can stay on top of the technology. It's too fast. It's too much. I mean, it's a human invention. So all that has to happen is somebody has to write an idea and it becomes a reality. So essentially all software is just imagination. And that's the way I feel about it. So how can you stay on top of human imagination? Anyway, all right, gonna take the bus now. I haven't become rich at Microsoft by any stretch of the imagination, but I know that I've done pretty well, and I do appreciate it. I mean, on the other hand, you know, it's just a job, and you know, that's what I've come to realize, is that I've gone through a lot of people I've considered to be friends, and at the end of the day, here I am in Seattle, and I'm saying goodbye to the city here. This is a light rail, and you know, I don't really have any friends left here. So this is part of what makes it easy to move, is that there's nobody here really holding me here. I brought Sherry with me, and she's my best friend, and other friends are Jennifer, she's in Bremerton. I was just there last night, dropped off my car. Darren, he's in Oregon. And Kimberly, she's in Everett. I don't really see Kimberly that much. I don't see Darren that much. Oh, Dunphy, he's in Everett as well. I don't really see him that much. I used to see him more. And sometimes it's jobs, but you know, Dunphy's married. And here comes my train now. So I've seen the Microsoft culture change over time. And you know, if you were to ask me if it's for good or ill, I don't really know. I think that it's become more structured. I think with more employees, it has to become structured on some level. You can't just have a free-for-all. When you're smaller, you can. But then there's other companies that have come to the forefront, like Google, who seem to be a little less structured. But then, on the other hand, they are structured, even though they have, like, yeah, the developers have 1 day a week. It's just their time to do what they want. It doesn't mean that they're slacking off either. But it did used to be different. I mean, when I joined Microsoft, they had beer parties every Friday. I mean, it was down in the lobby, and we'd be frickin' hammered in the lobby drinking beer. Now, that just doesn't really happen. It's more corporate. That draw us together, that make us a tighter community. I don't think it was necessary. It was fun. It was definitely a college kind of feeling. It was definitely a college feeling. It felt like you were on a campus, and that's what we call it. The main campus is the main campus. When I first started at Microsoft, I was pretty excited about learning the operating system and getting deep inside of what was going on behind the scenes. One of my disappointments was that as a developer at Microsoft, you really, and this is not just Microsoft, but it's any large company, and anything that's really large, like an operating system, or a comprehensive operating system, is that you learn a little piece. Yes, there's an architect that has a general overview, and you get a general overview, but nobody knows the whole thing. It's really complicated. So this is what I'm saying earlier. This is the nature of software. It goes as far as your imagination can take you. And so on one hand, it's amazing because you can keep going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. On the other hand, you know, there's only so much that you can learn, because there's only so much anybody can learn. You can't sit there and just keep on diving deep. There's a limit to how much you can absorb. Just time. You don't have enough time. And then, like I said, it's imagination. So time passes, and I have to evaluate things. And I think, well, what have I done here in this time at Microsoft or with my life in Seattle? And I'm taking note of how many friends I have. And I don't have very many because I'm spending a lot of my waking hours at this company. And the people that I'm friends with at work, and this is true for a lot of people, the people that you're friends with at work don't necessarily translate to friends off work. And people move away, you get distant from them. And, someday you wake up and you realize, I don't really have anybody here that's really a friend. I have a bunch of people I work with. And you're thinking, well, where do I want to be? In my case, I thought, I really like it when I'm in Hawaii. So that's kind of how my decision got made. Was just, I took stock and I thought, well, what am I going to do? Do I stay here for another 5-10 years and keep on going and try to advance my career? But for what? What? At the end of the day, what am I doing? I don't have a lot of savings. I spent most of my money as I went. Right now, I only have like $20,000, so it's not like I have tons of money, and I have no job. And so we'll see how long that lasts me. I suspect. So I figure 20 grand will last me a few months. Apartment's a lot of money, and just living. And I have a car payment and insurance and blah, 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 blah. Really, it's just a question of having a change and realizing that what I have been doing is spending a lot of time and energy in a company that at the end of the day only gives me money. Don't have any friends. And I don't say that to mean that I really don't have any friends. It's that the friendships are work friendships. If I want to say, hey, I want to call somebody up and just hang out, I have like 1 or 2 friends. And maybe that's the way it is for most people. But one of those 1 or 2 friends, they're gone. One's in Oregon, one's in Everett, he's married. So, just me and Sherry. So that's the situation. It's kind of how I came to this point. So now here I'm at SeaTac, taking my final flight.